Hello everyone, Disciple Tarot here with a new video. We are going to be looking at a strength, a weakness, and some advice on the two. I want this video to be definitely a self-improvement sort of video. I mean, they all are, but this one I really want to look at some facets of your personality, something that is a strength, something that's a weakness, and just a way of working better with those two in mind. Having the knowledge of those two in your life. That's what I want to look at today. And just as a quick note, only 25 more subscribers until we are at 50, everyone. 25 more. If I can get those subscribers, we can do weekly live streams and you can get free readings. That is what I really want to do. I want to build a community. I want to be able to talk to you guys more often and to get to know you and to see what kind of videos, more in the moment, right? But what kind of videos you guys are looking for and what kind of questions you're after, because that will only help me as a reader make better videos for you. So without further ado, let us get your 3 cards to pick from. So got the first one. The second. And the third. We got the High Priestess. We have the 2 of Swords. And we got the 4 of Wands. So these are your 3 cards to pick from, everyone. So just take a second and see what you're subconsciously drawn to, and that will more than likely be your reading. I will see you in just a second. Okay guys, you picked the first card, the High Priestess. So more than likely, if you were drawn to this card, other than that the snow owl here is just super cool, you were probably drawn to it because you've had like an inkling, an intuition of some kind that you are perhaps a little out of balance or simply in need of some advice on yourself right now. Something like a little nudge in the right direction on working on your weaknesses, for example. And so if that is the case, this video can definitely help you with that. I think this is, you've had a little voice in the back of your mind telling you that there is a weakness that you are unaware of, for example, that you would need to reconcile a little bit. So hopefully we can do that for you today with this reading. So let's get your strength first. What is a strength that you possess? I would say it's your overall like vitality, your energy, your vibe. You are the sun. You are just a bright and happy person, and maybe in many ways you are actually aware of many facets of your life, but maybe it's you can be a little blinded at times. Excuse me, blinded at times to your weaknesses. Maybe because you're a little too preoccupied with being happy and positive and in the moment, which is definitely a positive for sure. So I mean, the sun is happiness, it is youth, it is energy, it is like a conduit for all the positive energy that you could have. So this is a very good card to have for a strength. You are a very bright soul. a very bright soul for those around you, and it is only something that keeps people around. It keeps, I mean, heck, it keeps you around. It's easier for you to be happy when you're happy with yourself, right? So you're a very positive person, is what I would say. With this card in the imagery, you're a very bright and happy person. Doesn't mean you don't go through hardships and you're not having a hard time right now or anything like that. All I'm saying is overall you are a very happy person. So that's a very positive note. That's very good. So let's get your weakness. And I think for you personally, this is something you're unaware of, but it will definitely vary for all of you. So I won't claim that to be a fact, because it is not. What is your weakness? What is your weak point? You can be a little naive at times, is what I would say. Sorry, my phone was going off. You are very naive at times. A weakness is that you can be blinded by the joys of the world, and they can keep you in a place of, I don't want to say immaturity, but a place of like inexperience or misunderstanding on things and maybe people and their intentions towards you and something along those lines. There is this naivete, as I like to say, when it comes to the Page of Wands, especially in this case since we're talking about a weakness. And that is definitely what would be the case here. There is a need to experience the world and to take it as it is and to grab onto your wand, your weapon, your drive, your goals, and to really stick it out and see what's out there for you. And you see these ladybugs. I love ladybugs, by the way. They're just so cool. So you have these ladybugs floating around, and it's like it's caught the attention of your figure in the card. And it's like, they got their hands on the wand, and they're just kind of like, just casually, joyfully, innocently. That's a good word for this, innocently enjoying the goings on of these ladybugs, so it's just this naive kind of energy. And so that is something that you need to look out for, because that can cause you hardship. If anything, for the most part, that can cause all of your hardship in your life. Because when you're being naive, when you are letting toxic people into your life and you just assume everyone's going to be happy-go-lucky like you are, the sun, then all it does is bring possible hardship and pain into your life because you're not being careful. No, the opposite for your strength, right, the sun, is that you're like, well, I want to give everyone a fighting chance. I want to give everyone the same kind of chance as anyone else I would come to meet in my life. They should all have the same kind of chance. And I would agree that that is still a positive for sure. You're a very understanding and open person, but you still need to guard your heart in some way. So let's get the actual advice for you, because I was just going off of the weakness itself, but what is the actual advice that you need? The Ten of Pentacles. So this is a complete harvest. So I would say, in general, this is about like wealth and accumulation and achievement and, like true progress and everything like that. If this is your advice, it could be personally for some of you that you need to work on your material aspects of your life and maybe just build upon what you have been sowing. Maybe that is to keep you from being distracted by any sort of, well, just simple distractions that the Page of Wands can bring about. But I would also really just say that this has to do with reaping situations that are worthy of your time. So letting things accumulate to this point where you can trust it. So this is being the Ten of Pentacles. This is, you only give people the time of day when they've really shown. I mean, you're still nice in talking to people and being kind in everything that you do, but you let people get to this certain point of trust with you, this 10. They sort of build up their trust with you first before you really open yourself up fully. I think it's just a way of better protecting yourself. This Ten of Pentacles is a way of saying that, they need to invest in you as much as you can see that they are trustworthy. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think it really comes down to that. It's being able to have people and yourself in your own feelings and emotions. It's being able to invest in a physical sense. So literally time and energy and, motivation, intentions, everything that's, in the physical realm, spending time with people. It is taking the investment and reaping it once it's truly been sown. So giving people the chance to get to know you, but you only open up or allow this childlike wonder side of yourself, this weakness, to sort of release, show itself after people have shown themselves worthy. That they are worthy of this bounty that you are. That's what I want to say. And that is your reading, guys. I really hope this helped. I hope it made sense. I'm trying to explain things, of course, as accurately as I can, being a general reading. But if you would like more information on this, or if you just have another question you would like to ask, then please don't hesitate to reach out below. In the description box, you can find my email where you can book a private session with me that we can do one-on-one. Otherwise, you can find my PayPal if you would like to donate. That helps me get new decks and things like that for the channel. Other than that, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this helped you. I really want to hear from you guys. I have been hearing from some of you, which is great, and it really just keeps me motivated, and it just lets me feel a little bit more connected to you guys, so please keep doing so. I'm thrilled that I'm getting more subscribers. So other than that, please have a good day, and I will talk to you. See you guys for our new reading later. You're at a crossroads of some kind with the Two of Swords. This is always a decision that needs to be made. You're blinded in some way from seeing the truth of the matter. So this could be on working on yourself. You're trying to figure out what to do, and maybe you feel stuck. Since this question is focused on a strength, a weakness, and the advice that is to come for you, then this could definitely be your blind side to your weakness. So let us get more cards to better understand even that Two of Wands itself. A Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Two of Swords. So let us get your strength. What is your strength? The Seven of Pentacles. So I would say if, we get this card, from the imagery that I can talk about, is really you being able to invest in yourself. a strength of yours is that you maybe do lots of research into yourself, self-help, you read articles, you watch YouTube videos, you maybe go to therapy, you do all the things that you need to do to care for yourself and your well-being. Because yes, this is the Seven of Pentacles, but what is the Pentacles? That is of the earth element. It is about the material world. So this is about your own body and your own safety and your well-being. It is about the physical. So you physically care for yourself in many ways due to this investment that you put forth all the time. You see these grapes here hanging, and they're bountiful, and you see all the pentacles around, and you see the bird, and it's like it's just you plugging along on these the vines, and getting the grapes and the nourishment and everything for yourself. But you can see the pentacles are scattered all around, and that's because there's many different areas that you can find this improvement for your well-being from, right? You can find it in many different places, and that is what you do, and that is what you do best, is investing in yourself. So let us get your weakness, however. What is your weakness? Wow, the Eight of Pentacles. So your weakness is finding progress. You put in all the work for yourself, but a weakness is actually making it work. This doesn't mean you fail at your research or your reading or your viewing of videos or anything like that. I'm not necessarily saying that. What I am saying is, while you invest, the progress that you build, this sort of tower that you build with these pentacles, is where you struggle. You struggle to make progress from it effectively. There is a need to achieve, but that is where your weak point is. It's very interesting. You're very good at investing in yourself and working on yourself, but actually making progress on that and getting to the new the new points, the end point that you want to reach, you haven't quite gotten there yet. That doesn't mean you're stuck like this forever. Obviously, we'll get some advice, for example, but I think this is really just trying to say that you at this current time feel stuck, and you keep reading and viewing and doing everything you need to do. You're a very good researcher, for example, but you are stuck on how to actually fix yourself, on the things that you see that need fixing. You don't feel like you're making progress like you want. Where's the achievement award? Where's my gold star? I thought I would have gotten it by now, but I haven't gotten it. So what's going on? That sort of thing. So let's get your advice. Wow, we got this card in the last reading, except it just wasn't the advice. It wasn't card number 3 in the reading. It was actually their strength. But we got the Sun. So I would say the advice for you is to enjoy the process. It's not a one and done kind of deal. While you're doing all this investing in yourself or in your material, because this could be about finances and stuff as well, the things that you're working on, regardless of what they are, if they're just facets of your personality, or your shadow self, or it's just your finances, or just saving up for a house, but you feel stuck because you're not achieving what you want despite all the work you're putting in. However, the Sun is telling you to enjoy the process. The Sun is telling you that it doesn't happen in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was your budget, your new budget plan, or your savings account, or anything like that. It will take time. Working on shadow aspects of yourself will especially take time. adjust my headset. This will take time. So I think you just need to enjoy the process and look back on what you have achieved, because certainly you've achieved something. I want you to sit here and think about it. What have you achieved? In whatever way the Seven of Pentacles resonates with you, whatever that is, what are some successes you've had? Like, oh, well, I saved up and got my new car. I want to get a house, but yeah, I had to get my car first. And well, there you go, you got a car. You did it. But just because you got there, you kind of forget about it and you go, yeah, but I still got the house to do. Yes, but what about the car that you just did? That you just saved up for? Or just paid off? Whatever the case is. So you need to really count your blessings and be happy with where you are and what you've done. Because you've achieved so much. And there's so much more to go with this Eight of Pentacles, trust me. A weakness of yours is maybe even self-doubt on your progress. You're too critical. That could be a point too. You're just too critical of where you've been and where you're going. But enjoy it and just count your blessings, because you have achieved so much, and I am proud of you, and you need to be proud of yourself. Definitely be proud of yourself. So this is your reading, guys. There's not much else to say. I really hope this helped you. If you would like more specifics on this reading, or if you would like to book a private session with me for another question perhaps, then you could find my email below. Otherwise, if you would like to tip me, you can find my PayPal. That helps me get new decks and things like that for the channel. Definitely a great avenue if you would like to do that. Very much appreciated. Otherwise, we are only 25 subscribers away from live streaming, weekly live streaming. So please, if you could share this, like, comment, subscribe, anything that you can do on your part to help the channel grow, I would very much appreciate it. And I've been enjoying the comments that I've gotten from you guys on the readings, helping you and talking about like my reading style and things like that. I really appreciate the kind words. It means so much. So please just keep doing what you can to support the channel. It means so much. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care, guys. If you were drawn to this third card for your reading, the Four of Wands, then more than likely this is a focus on some sort of stability, some sort of situation for you that you need to stabilize. Maybe you're feeling a little inept in a relationship or in a work dynamic, like there's a project you're working on, or in school you have a new group of friends or something and you're feeling a little disconnected from them or something like that. There's some sort of structure here in terms of your drive and your motivation that feels possibly stuck or something like that. The focus is on the Four of Wands for you, and we are looking at your strength, a weakness, and some advice. So let's see in what ways this can connect to the Four of Wands for you. So let's get your strength. What is your strength? Your strength is the Wheel of Fortune. So, you're kind of a lucky person. I'll say that just a little outright. Things kind of go your way. But I think you're really good at pulling through on things. Projects, work, life lessons, relationships. You're really good at pulling through and getting things done. There is a cyclical energy, right, to the Wheel of Fortune, of being able to progress in a sort of journey, right? Sort of like the hero's journey, for anyone who knows what that is. It's sort of like you're really good at starting out on something and progressing through along the circle of trials and tribulations and lessons and reaching the end goal and growing and becoming a better person. So it's sort of like this power that you have to grow and become a better person, to become better. The Wheel of Fortune is about completion and progress and cycles. So you're very good at doing that, at being that. You're very good at completing things and going on to the next cycle of the situation, project or relationship. You're very good at going, I don't want to say going with the flow because that would be like another card, but kind of going with the flow of like nature, of like the law of nature. I don't know if this is making any sense for you. We'll get more cards and I'll be able to explain it more. But you are very good at completing and going along through the cycles of life. So let's get a weakness. What is your weakness ultimately? Ah, this makes sense. The Eight of Cups. So while you're good at sort of moving on and moving along through the cycles of your life and, just learning and progressing and becoming new and newer over time, something that a lot of us actually struggle with is something that you're good at. Your weakness, however, is sort of saying goodbye to the things of the past. You struggle with letting go of some of those things that you leave behind. Maybe you've had to leave behind a lot of friendships, maybe toxic people or even family members or relationships and things because you've grown and become a newer person, but then you struggle to let those things go and to move on to being that newer and better person. Does that make sense? And as always, I want you guys to look at the cards themselves and see what images are conjured up for yourself, thoughts and beliefs and even just descriptions and just thoughts on the colors and the shapes and just all the imagery that you see. What does this really represent for you, this Eight of Cups? You see this salmon, I believe it's a king salmon, but it is a salmon that is, going upstream, presumably, and going along on its journey to like mate and reproduce or something like that. And so this journey that it's making, it's having to leave behind its old life because it's like leaving the sea. Something like that. I mean, regardless, the point is it is moving along in cycles in its life like this Wheel of Fortune, but it is doing so in sort of a resignating sort of way. It's having to leave behind things that it will no longer return to. And so there is this sadness that can come with that, the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups is like a walking away. So you have a hard time walking away from the things that you outgrow. So let's get some advice, though. What is something you can do to sort of rectify the situation for yourself? And I would say with the Four of Wands, this is like comfort. You struggle with the comfort of the situation, of being okay with moving on from things. So yeah, what is the advice? It's taking a second for this card to come out. It must be very big advice. Let's see. some advice. There we go. The Page of Cups. So you need to be optimistic. Sort of similar to the last reading, they got the Sun card for their advice, and it was sort of like being happy with their situation and like being positive and just, more positive, taking more positive thinking into their, present and things like that. This is similar, but it's the Page of Cups. So it's, you got this Harley Quinn beetle. I think that's what it's called. And, it's got its cup. It's got little like flowers coming out of it. And it's sort of like innocently enjoying the emotional world. So for you, this is enjoying and being, what's the word I'm looking for? It's being optimistic about the future, sure, but it is looking fondly back on the memories and remembering them for what they are. So instead of being, sad and dejected about the things you're leaving behind, it's being hopeful for the future and for the things that you learned along the way. So leaving these things behind isn't a sad thing, it's actually a positive thing. It's saying that those people, those situations, everything that you are leaving behind, each time you have a new cycle, it's being thankful for those things instead of sad. It's being thankful for what they brought to you instead of being sad that you're letting them go. It is being thankful for what you learned and gained from these experiences and these people, and not focusing on the negative, on the fact that you are leaving them behind. I think that is a very, very good advice actually for you. If you're very good at sort of moving on and upgrading yourself with the Wheel of Fortune, then it makes sense to be able to look fondly back on the previous cycles with the Page of Cups. Yeah. No, so that's a very positive message. And that's your reading. There's nothing really much else to say. It's just you need to be kind to yourself and kind to your experiences instead of being just, like I said, dejected about the past. It's about being optimistic about the future and being thankful for what you have experienced. So if you would like more specifics on this reading, or if you have any other questions you would like to ask me, then you can find my email below, guys, where you can get information on booking private sessions. Other than that, there is my PayPal if you would like to donate. That helps me get new decks and such for the channel. Other than that, we are 25 subscribers. Like I said before, 25 more, and we can do free weekly tarot readings for you guys, and I think that will be a very good way to really connect with you guys and create a community and just really make a good positive environment for all of us. So if you can help out by liking this video, subscribing, sharing, just letting me know how this video helped you, because I have been enjoying reading your comments. I really have. It's been great so far, and if you can just do more of that on your part to help the channel grow, that is just, that was music to my ears. That will just make my day. So anyway, have a great one, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.